when Arjun had collapsed, almost the first thing that Krishna said to him was that the wise do not grieve. इस बात की गांठ बांध लेनी चाहिए. It's not easy to understand this. कि इसका क्या मतलब है? Because at so many periods in our life, we are overcome by grief. हम बहुत दुखी हो जाते हैं. तो ये क्या कह रहे हैं? ये कह रहे हैं नानु शोचंती पंडिता. The wise do not grieve. Namaste to everybody. We are here to say something about the relevance of the Bhagavad Gita in our daily lives. Now, as we all know, the Gita, one of the most revered scriptures in the world, written thousands of years ago, can it still speak to us? And I would say it can, but if we let it. Now, what does that mean? If we let it means that we approach the Gita with an open mind. And this is not as easy as it sounds, because very often our minds are much more closed than we think that they are. तो ज़रा खुले मन से, खुले दिमाग से अगर हम सुने कि गीता क्या कह रही है, तो definitely I would say it can definitely help us. And that's what we are looking for, all of us. How can we make our own lives better, more peaceful, less stressed? है कि नहीं? So there are two things here. There are our daily lives and there is what the Gita teaches us. तो अगर हम पहले अपनी daily life को देखें, you can divide it roughly into periods where life is going smoothly. कोई खास गड़बड़ नहीं है. We are in control. We are handling our lives. And then suddenly there is a stressful something happens, and that ground beneath my feet, which I thought was very firm, that begins to shake. Now it can be anything. It can be a rupture in relationships. It can be a problem in the workplace. It can be an illness. It can be a pandemic. It can be death. बहुत चीज़ें हो सकती हैं जो अचानक हमें हिला देती हैं. And that's the time we are not in control. We are overcome by maybe grief. चिंताग्रस्त हो जाते हैं हम. We need support at that time. We need help. We need advice. क्या करें हम? We are confused. तो आप एक चीज़ बताइए मुझे. The best advice, and that doesn't mean that necessarily we go for the best advice, but would not the best advice come from the best person? And who could be the best person other than God? अब वहाँ आप कुछ भी नाम दे दें, क्राइस्ट, अल्लाह, राम, कृष्ण, जो भी आपकी अपनी फेथ हो, वो तो पर्सनल चीज़ है. We can stick to this word God. So God can give you the best, most unselfish advice. But again, like I said in the beginning, only if you make a little place for God. तो भगवान से रिश्ता जोड़ना मैं समझती हूँ कि बहुत ज़रूरी है. इस ज़िंदगी को अगर आपने काटना है ना, तो ये वो what is the word often used, भव सागर की तरह है. बह जाते हो तुम. It is only your being able to hold on to God finally, because all other supports may or may not last. तो एक भगवान का हाथ पकड़ के ही तुम ये जिंदगी काट सकते हो. तो वहाँ रिश्ता जोड़ना the best time is not to do it when you are in a state of high stress. वो आपने दोहा तो सुना ही होगा, दुख में सुमिरन सब करें, सुख में करे ना कोई, जो सुख में सुमिरन करे दुख काहे को होए. But it is a fact also that we look for help and support at a time of stress. Anyway, this is what Arjun did. He already had a good relationship with Krishna, with Lord Krishna, who was his friend and advisor and actually his cousin. And I don't think he was aware of the divine nature of Krishna, but he came to him for advice at this moment of high stress in Arjun's life, which I will not say much about because all of you know that just before this war, for the success of which Arjun was going to be largely responsible, just before the war was to begin, and he saw before him his beloved grandfather and guru, among others whom he loved and respected. और उसके मन में आया कि मैं ये युद्ध नहीं लड़ सकता. And he was overpowered by his grief. He was paralyzed by his grief and he found he could not fight. He wanted to run away. But luckily for him, he appealed to Krishna and he said कि मेरी ये हालत है. He gave reasons for not fighting and he said, अब आप बताओ मैं क्या करूं, मेरे हित में क्या होगा, आप बताओ. And that is then when the Lord gave him the teachings of the Gita. And they are there in a nutshell in chapter 2. We'll just talk about them. And then they are elaborated in the rest of the 18 chapters of the Gita. And by the end of that, Arjun was confident enough and clear enough to go back to doing his duty, to following his dharma, and because he was a Kshatriya, his duty was to fight. And he was able to fight the Mahabharata war. So now let's just take a look at what Krishna said to him. And almost, when Arjun had collapsed, almost the first thing that Krishna said to him was that the wise do not grieve. इस बात की गांठ बांध लेनी चाहिए. It's not easy to understand this. कि इसका क्या मतलब है? Because at so many periods in our life, we are overcome by grief. हम बहुत दुखी हो जाते हैं. तो ये क्या कह रहे हैं? ये कह रहे हैं नानु शोचंती पंडिता. The wise do not grieve either for the living or for the dead. Now ये क्यों ये कहते हैं? So then he says, he gave two reasons, and the first reason is actually the highest knowledge. और वो कहते हैं that the wise do not grieve because they know that the essential you, the real you, your essence is divine, is unassailable. It cannot be harmed. Nothing can touch it. Neither birth nor injury of any kind, no harm can come to it. It is ever there, eternal, free of birth and death, ever secure, unchanging, ever serene. Nothing can harm it. So, where is the question of any grief for this real you, your real self? Where is the question of grieving for it? And then, knowing that perhaps this knowledge is not going to be digested by Arjun, especially in the state of mind in which he is, तो फिर वो कहते हैं कि तब भी अगर तुम समझते हो that the self is only the personality, this particular form with these particular thoughts, We can call it the mind-body complex. If you think that your reality is this mind-body complex, even then there is no reason to grieve, because for every human form, birth, then change of different kinds, and then death is the unavoidable sequence. तो अगर यही सच है कि जिसका जन्म हुआ है वो एक दिन मर जाएगा, तो फिर इसके लिए दुखी होने की क्या जरूरत है? Now look, very simple. I mean, he said it all. यही है कि हम ये चीजें एक्सेप्ट नहीं कर पाते, वो दूसरी बात है. And he also said that change being the only constant, with our changing minds and bodies interacting in a changing world, conditions are always changing. तो आज गर्मी है तो कल सर्दी है, heat, cold. He enumerates other changes: gain, loss, pleasure, followed by pain, followed again by pleasure, honor, dishonor. These are changes that are constant in life. तो क्या करना चाहिए तुम्हें? क्या करना चाहिए? And he says, endure them. There is a beautiful word in Sanskrit, titiksha. So he says, कि practice titiksha. Practice titiksha and remain sam. Another beautiful word, samatvam. तो वो कहते हैं समत्वम ही योग है. Samatvam yog uchyate. So, remaining some means trying to remain balanced, how should I put it, objective in all these changes which are very much a part of every life. Changing conditions, remain unperturbed, remain a sakshi, remain a witness, and do your duty. कर्म तो तुम्हें करना ही है, कर्म से भागना नहीं है. Running away is no solution. Running away is absolutely no solution in any situation. मगर कर्म करो with the correct attitude. So remain some, practice samatvam, and do not focus on the karam ka phal. You know the famous lines which were quoted at the beginning of every episode of the Mahabharata, कर्मण्येवाधिकारस्ते वगैरह वगैरह. तुम्हारा अधिकार सिर्फ कर्म पे है, फल पे नहीं है. फल की चिंता मुझ पे छोड़ दो. हम वैसे भी कहते हैं ना, डू योर बेस्ट एंड लीव द रेस्ट. तो दिस इज द एडवाइस दैट अर्जुन वॉज गिवन. समत्वम प्रैक्टिस करो, तितीक्षा, फल की इच्छा ना करो, फल की चिंता मुझ पे छोड़ो. तुम अपना धर्म निभाओ, अपना फर्ज निभाओ. And which, as we know, Arjun was able to do. Now the Gita elaborates these. I've only just given you absolutely in the bare bones of what he said in chapter 2, where the teachings of the Gita are in a nutshell, but then they are elaborated, which we are not going into right now. To come back to our daily lives, ये सब जो मैंने अभी कहा आप लोगों ने कई बार सुना होगा, पढ़ा होगा. I have not said anything new. The question arises कि ये बातें हम अपनी जिंदगी में कितना इनकॉर्पोरेट कर पाते हैं, या कि हम सुन लेते हैं, हमें बड़ी अच्छी लगती हैं, और फिर एक कान से दूसरे कान से दूसरे कान से बाहर. Why is it not easy? Why is it not easy to take in this knowledge and just, superficially सुन के जो हम भूल जाते हैं? Why does that happen? और गीता में ही आपको इस चीज का जवाब मिल जाता है. What prevents us from taking in this knowledge and making our lives better, more peaceful? और हमारे ही अपने, what the Gita calls rag dvesh. Rag dvesh are your strong likes and dislikes. They are the things that prevent you, तुम्हारे मन पे ये हावी हो जाते हैं. अब कोई कहेगा कि क्या लाइक्स एंड डिसलाइक्स हो ही ना, कैसी जिंदगी होगी, हमारे मन में लाइक्स एंड डिसलाइक्स हो ही ना. नहीं भाई, होंगी. Some, I don't know, for all I know, we are born with them, but we certainly develop some. तो होंगी, तुम्हें कुछ पसंद है, तुम्हें कुछ नहीं पसंद है. The problem arises when you dwell on these and they become so strong. They take control of your minds and they prevent you from doing what you should be doing. They prevent you. That is when the trouble comes. The second thing is कि जो वो कहते हैं कि निष्काम कर्म करो, फल की चिंता ना करो, तो हम किसी फल को तय करके ही कोई काम शुरू करते हैं, तो फल की इच्छा भी हमारे अंदर होती है. You know, what is my objective? Then only I will embark on a course of action. Again there, when you become obsessed with a particular result, that is wrong. You will get the result of what you have done, but when you will get it, in what form you will get it, you may not get it in the form and at the time that you want. You have a problem accepting that the ability to do your best and then relax is really an ability that one should cultivate. क्योंकि क्या होता है, very often ना तो हम do your best करते हैं और ना तो हम leave the rest. दो गलतियां, जो करना था उसे भी ठीक से नहीं किया और फल की चिंता में फंसे रहे, तो उसके बाद तो दुख ही होगा. Therefore, when they talk of controlling the mind is horses that go galloping into the world of sense objects. तो उनको लगाम को अपने हाथ में रखना is another way of controlling these, because when they are out of control, they cause a lot of damage. So, and again, this is explained by saying that the likes and dislikes के साथ जो और गड़बड़ें आ जाती हैं. For example, you may get what you want. You may get what you want. How long will it last? Everything in this life is temporary. And you may not, something may obstruct your getting it. तब तुम्हें anger will develop. Or you get it, then fear develops कि हाय आज मेरे पास है, कल नहीं होगा. Or somebody else gets it before you, then jealousy develops, envy develops, उसके पास है मेरे पास नहीं है. So all these, which you don't have to go to the Gita to know that these are disturbing emotions, anger, fear, insecurity, चिंता. कहते हैं ना कि चिंता ही चिता है, कहते हैं. तो ये जो तुमको जलाती हैं अंदर से, तंग करती हैं, दुखी करती हैं, we would all like to be free of them. But if we have strong likes and dislikes, these will inevitably erupt. And they are what the Gita calls impurities. So if you want a stable and a serene life, first of all, you have to learn to look within a little bit. नहीं तो सारे टाइम बाहर भाग रहा है मन. तो मन जरा अंदर भी तो देखे कि क्या खलबली मची हुई है मेरे अंदर. क्या मैं ठीक सोच रही हूं, क्या सोच रही हूं मैं, क्या मांगती हूं. There is a lot of lack of awareness of what is going on within oneself. और मन बाहर ही भाग रहा है, मुझे ये चाहिए, मुझे वो चाहिए, मुझे ये करना है. एंड ऑल द टाइम यू आर जस्ट बिजी विद दिस. कभी मिला, कभी नहीं मिला, दुखी हो गए, फिर थोड़ा सा फिर मिल गया, फिर नहीं मिला, और इसी चीज में सारी जिंदगी निकल जाती है. I was just telling Rahul, I remembered a few lines from a poem that my father recited. I don't even know the title of the poem. What was it? इस आशा और निराशा में गई उमरिया बीत, ना आया मन का मीत. तो मन का मीत, आई एम स्ट्रेइंग अ लिटिल बिट अवे फ्रॉम द गीता, बट ये मन का मीत एक्चुअली तुम्हारे अंदर ही है. ये तुम्हारे मन की शांति, when you are able to develop it, यही है सच्ची मन का मीत. मगर ये ठीक बात है कि आशा और निराशा, अभी मिला अभी नहीं मिला, अभी खो गया, अभी ये चाहिए अभी वो चाहिए, सारी जिंदगी इसमें निकल जाती है. और जो मिला भी फिर एक दिन तो छोड़ के जाना ही है. सो टिल यू आर ओके विद, टिल यू आर ओके थिंकिंग कि भाई यही जिंदगी है, सबकी यही है, सो ओके देन, फेयर एनफ, कैरी ऑन. इफ यू आर ओके विद लिविंग अ लाइफ लाइक दिस, विच एट द एंड ऑफ द डे तो तुम खाली हाथ ही हो, या अगर थोड़ा सा हाथ में है भी तो वो छूट जाएगा. इफ यू आर ओके विद लिविंग अ लाइफ लाइक दिस, देन मे बी postpone your learning from the Gita. But the day you begin to wonder what it's all about, क्या यही है जिंदगी, ऐसे ही रहेगी, is that all that there is? The moment that desire to know if there is anything else to life is, जिंदगी का मकसद क्या है कि मैं ऐसे ही सूथल पुथल में सारी जिंदगी काट लूं और फिर मर जाऊं एक दिन? Is that all? No. The purposes of life is growth. But the day this you really want to know, then the Gita is a very good guide. The Gita is a very good friend. It takes you, जैसे ही आप ये जो बातें गीता में हैं, थोड़ा सा भी आप इन पे अमल करना शुरू कर देते हो, you will find you are much more peaceful, you are much more secure. This grows, this inner peace, this security, inner security, it grows. It grows in you. And the Gita is the source of this knowledge that can take you from relative security, relative freedom, and freedom from what? जब कहते हैं ना मोक्ष इज द अल्टीमेट फ्रीडम, फ्रीडम फ्रॉम व्हाट? फ्रीडम फ्रॉम योर ओन, ये जो डिजायर्स, ये जो तुम जकड़े हुए हो ना, अपने ही किसी एक जेल में रहते हो. एक्चुअली इट इज अ जेल, तुम्हें पता लगे या ना लगे, मगर तुम एक जेल में रहते हो. व्हेन यू आर जस्ट व्हाट शुड आई से, कि भाई मैं और जो मैं चाहता हूँ, मैं जो चाहती हूँ चाहता हूँ, बस ये छोटी सी जिंदगी में एक तरह की जेल है. बट वेन यू आर एबल टू डू वॉट ही सेज, कि डू योर बेस्ट एंड लीव द रेस्ट, मुझ पे छोड़ दो, ही इज टॉकिंग वेरी गुड सेंस. स्ट्रेट अवे ये जेल के दरवाजे थोड़ा खुलने लग जाते हैं. एंड सो इफ यू कंटिन्यू ऑन दैट पाथ, यू कैन मूव फ्रॉम रिलेटिव फ्रीडम to the highest knowledge which he gave in the beginning, कि जो तुम्हारी असलियत है वहाँ पे कोई कमी नहीं है. और हम कैसी जिंदगी जीते हैं कि मेरे में ये कमी है और मेरे में वो कमी है और मुझे ये चाहिए और मुझे वो चाहिए. दैट रियल यू विच यू डू नॉट रियलाइज, जो अंदर ही है तुम्हारे, दैट इज एवर फुल, नेवर इनसिक्योर, एवर सिक्योर. और हम क्या हैं? एवर इनसिक्योर. उल्टी बात है बिल्कुल. तो तुम्हारी, इट्स अ जोक रियली दैट यू आर सो फार अवे फ्रॉम योर ओन सेल्फ. देयर इज नो डिस्टेंस टू बी कवर्ड एंड येट द डिस्टेंस इज सो ह्यूज. अमेजिंग बात है रियली. बट what I would call the view from the top of the mountain is that actually you are Satchitanand. ये पहाड़ी पे चलना ही, यही हमारा चैलेंज है. शायद जिंदगी इसी के लिए है. अभी हम पता नहीं बेस कैंप तक भी नहीं है, बिल्कुल नीचे हैं, तो कोई बात नहीं, चढ़ना शुरू करो. चढ़ो जितना तुम सब, और अगर तुम नीचे खुश हो तो फिर नीचे ही खुश रहो. जिस दिन तुम खुश नहीं हो तो इस पहाड़ पे चढ़ना शुरू कर दो. यही जिंदगी का मकसद है. I don't know how I put it very boldly, not how I should have, But anyway, I think I've said what I wanted to say about what the Gita can do for you, and if there are any questions, I'll try my best to answer them.
I am not averse to doing my karma. I'm not averse to working hard, doing the legwork, paperwork, whatever is required of me. I am averse to getting into conflicting situations. And they do come up at some stage with your own family members. I put it this way, many years ago, I faced this situation where the situation was to kind of get into a conflict with someone to get my share of some money. So I gave up on the money and I said, I've bought peace with it. Now, again, I'm facing a similar situation where I may need to get into a legal conflict with my own family members. पर मुझे लगता है कि छोड़ दो, कितने साल रह गए यार, इसी में रहना है क्या? I mean, I feel that it may hamper my inner progress, my inner peace.
Think long and hard. Are you trying to avoid conflict and justifying that, as Arjun tried to justify his wanting to run away, कि ये गलत काम होगा, ये है वो है? Or so you have to decide what is really important for you, avoiding the conflict or doing or fighting this battle, whatever it is. तो तुम्हें ये तय करना होगा, कोई और तुम्हें ये नहीं कह सकता. Be as honest with yourself and accept the fact that there is conflict in life. ये क्यों हम चाहते हैं कि कभी भी कोई हमारी जिंदगी बिल्कुल स्मूथली चले, है ना? Acceptance is a very big component. और if you decide कि ये करना है तो here is an opportunity for growth. एक ना लाइन मैंने कहीं पढ़ी थी, in this life there is no security, there is only opportunity. ये हिला देती है ये बात. आई एम नॉट सेइंग जंप इनटू अ लीगल बैटल. यू हैव टू डिसाइड कि भाई मैंने क्या करना है. बी ऑनेस्ट. आर यू जस्टिफाइंग escaping from the situation? Should you be tackling the situation? If you decide कि escaping में is the correct thing, तो okay, go that way. If you decide to fight, accept the fact कि conflict है जिंदगी में, ये मेरे लिए मौका है, ये मुझे करना है, I have decided, तो बस then put the emotions aside and do it. फिर छोड़ दो भगवान पे. मगर पहले be honest with yourself. Take the decision according to that.
That in my case it is both. It is avoiding conflict also, because मैंने सौंप पाली थी in my last this thing कि मैं I will not step into a court. कभी कुछ भी हो जाए. One, because I just know it is a fruitless thing, needless. सालों साल चलता रहता है. One is that, and the other is also that I am very clear about what my aim is. My aim is to maintain my inner state. That is my primary goal. ये सब secondary goals हैं, to get my fair share. और दूसरा मुझे लगता है हर कोई अपने कर्म का खाता है. If somebody takes what is not karmically his, it will not be useful to them.
Aparna, this is a personal decision you have to take, so I cannot give you advice beyond a point. मगर ये तुम जो कह रही हो कोर्ट में नहीं स्टेप इन करना, आई हैव फॉट 2 कोर्ट केसेस विदाउट नोइंग द फर्स्ट थिंग अबाउट. भगवान ने अच्छे लॉयर भेज दिए और माई सिस्टर एंड आई फॉट अ कोर्ट केस एंड इट वाजंट एज पेनफुल एज वन माइट थिंक. सो दैट्स बाय द वे. मगर यू विल हैव टू डिसाइड कि अगर ये तुम्हारा कोई हक मार रहा है तो तुम कुछ करना चाहती हो या नहीं करना चाहती. दिस डिसीजन यू विल हैव टू टेक. अगेन आई एम एडवोकेटिंग ऑनेस्टी विद इन. इफ़ यू डिसाइड, एंड ये तो सब के भाई मैं कोर्ट में नहीं, क्या पता ज़िंदगी क्या करवाए, तो अगर कोर्ट में तुम्हें यू हैव टू गो टू अ कोर्ट, सो देन गो टू अ कोर्ट. इट्स नॉट सच अ बिग डील. और मैं तुम्हें एक चीज़ बताऊं कि एक बारी हम उस कोर्ट में बैठे थे और ऊपर वो दरवाजे के गीता का ही कोट था, वीत राग भय क्रोध fight. So I was really inspired. I mean, I said I was attending Gita classes, and here I find this famous bit written on that. So अगर लड़ना है, if you decide, then don't worry कि कोर्ट में जाना पड़ेगा तो जाना पड़ेगा. Take it as a new experience. जिंदगी ने तुम्हें कुछ दिखा दिया जो शायद तुम वैसे ना देखती. You will have to decide, but be honest with yourself.
Namaskar ji. No, my question is not a question. It's a my response to your question, Aparna ji's question. In Bhagavad Gita, in chapter 18, there is a 63rd shloka. जी आप इसको ध्यान से, it says, इति ते ज्ञानमाख्यातं गुह्यात् गुह्यतरं मया विमृश्यत शेषेण यथेच्छसि तथा कुरु. In this, Lord Krishna says, after giving the entire Bhagavad Gita discourse to Arjuna, finally he says, I have revealed the entire truth, the most difficult truth. Now it's open to you, apply your discretion and decide what you think right, what you think not right.
You're absolutely right, and I am no authority at all. I've only been attending Gita classes, so actually but you know, there was a question, I think Aparna said that somebody wanted to know why didn't Lord Krishna order Arjun and why did he give him the choice? तो भाई वो बच्चे तो थे नहीं कि आप उनको, और बच्चों को भी ऑर्डर पसंद नहीं है, तो it had to finally come from Arjun, the decision to fight. You can't order people around. So finally the decision what you want to do, Aparna, in a situation will come to you and you will know it is the right decision when, how will you know that it is the right decision? One way of knowing is, जब तुम्हारे मन में शांति आ जाएगी ना, जब भी आएगी regarding a decision, then maybe it is the right decision. And if you have to decide between a selfish decision and an unselfish, go for the unselfish, because it is the unselfish that gives you that peace of mind. हम लोग कहते हैं ना सुख शांति, we yoke these words together, क्योंकि असली सुख बिना शांति के नहीं है. प्लेजर हो सकता है, प्लेजर, एक्साइटमेंट, दीज कैन गो टुगेदर, मगर जब मन में शांति आ जाती है तो वो सुखी मन है, वो थोड़ा साफ है. When that feeling comes, then you will know, whatever it entails, that you made the right decision.
So for me, it answers that my gut feel, and my gut feel is my instinct. Stay away.
All right, then stay away, knowing full well that you may overturn this decision after 2 years or 3 years. तो ठीक है, तब देख लेना. अभी अगर तुम्हें सब कुछ कह रहा है कि stay away and you're at peace with that, then go with it.
जैसे इवन अपने गांव के लोग बुजुर्ग कहते हैं जो बिल्कुल पढ़े लिखे नहीं है, प्यास लगने से पहले कुआं खोदना जरूरी होता है. आपको स्किल्स ये जरूरी एक्वायर करनी पड़ेगी हमें सबको. And sometimes it is what the Christians call baptism by fire. आपको नदी में फेंक दिया, उसमें मगरमच्छ तैरना, तो आप सीख ही जाओगे.
I would only say that try at all times to be at peace within yourself. That's, और उसके लिए it's not easy. The more you know yourself, ये जो अंदर जो हमारा मन है, उसको साफ रखना, झाड़ू लगाते रहना. It's full of clutter and confusion and dirt, which we justify or we are lazy about or we shut our eyes to it. उसी कमरे के अंदर तुम्हारा असली घर तो वही है, तुम्हारे अंदर. Make it livable. Now, how you do it, by listening to the Gita or the Bible or whatever, जो भी Shastra speaks to you, whatever way, keep that room clean because you live in it, you're secure in it. How you do it, each one has his own way of doing it.
एक फिर किसी ने कहा था कि कृष्णा ने भी तब तक ज्ञान नहीं दिया था अर्जुन को till he didn't ask, although he was a friend all his life. पर ज्ञान उनको तब दिया था when he asked as a student. So he says, if you just feel that I love God and by that virtue, whatever knowledge is needed will come to me, that is not true. You will have to work for it.
नहीं नहीं, ये तुम्हारी क्या नीड है, तुम्हारा क्या मेकअप है. अगर तुम भक्ति से यू फील यू आर मूविंग टुवर्ड्स गॉड तो ठीक है, वो तुम्हारा रास्ता है. कोई ज़रूरी नहीं है कि सबको ज्ञान मार्ग की तरफ जाना है. ये तुम्हारी व्हाट वर्क्स फॉर यू. यू कैनॉट डिक्टेट कि नहीं, जब तक तुम किताबें नहीं पढ़ोगे और सवाल नहीं पूछोगे तुम्हारी मूवमेंट नहीं होगी. ऐसी बात नहीं है. वॉट एवर वर्क्स फॉर यू. एंड एट द एंड दे से दैट ये कर्म, ज्ञान, भक्ति, दे ऑल मर्ज. क्योंकि भक्ति में ही ज्ञान भी आ जाता है और ज्ञान बिना भक्ति के इट लैक्स समथिंग. और कर्म तो तुम्हें करने ही है, शरीर मिलाए तो कर्म तो तुमको करना ही है. सो दीज इन अ वे दीज मर्ज.
Bhagavad Gita and Mahabharata, it's between dharma and adharma. So when the war took place, ultimately there was vinash. Vinash means both the sides, everyone died, everyone got killed. It was very ferocious war. So in other words, war is inevitable when it is a question of dharma and adharma. Now the question is, who is adharmi here and who is dharmi here? America, US, United States of America, ever since its existence, it has been fighting. It has been asserting itself that I am the big brother. Everyone should listen to me. And if you take the count of the wars that Americans have fought, I am not going to list it, but it is umpteen, so large, and they want to dominate everywhere. When Russia put their missiles in Cuba, Americans just chased them out, right? So therefore, when NATO and the Americans and the European Union, they are wanting to get into the courtyard of Russians have woken up and then they told, get out. And if you don't get out, we'll use your take up our guns and fire. And the Americans didn't, whereas the Russians had tucked their tail and then ran away. Whereas Americans, they thought Ukraine can stand. So therefore, it's a fight between dharma and adharma in the context of Bhagavad Gita teachings. So therefore, there will be vinash, there will be death, destruction, and whatnot. And after that, after all this war, peace will prevail. It's always like that. After Second World War, peace prevailed for a long time, and it holds on. But then there are atatais, there are bad people, adharmis. So and once again, dharma, adharma yuddha will take place. This is how I interpret, I understand. And being a military man, pain, killing, destruction, all these things are part of it, part of our life. That's all I thought I would share with you.
Well, the peace that prevails between wars is a shaky kind of a peace, because have people really changed the way they think? No. So
Mahatmas, there are adharmis will always be all along.
yes, there will always be, and that is why you will be moving from war to peace and war to peace. But until dharma prevails, until people raise their own, it doesn't, moral stature or whatever, I may be not using the correct words, till then it's going to be like this. Like honor, dishonor, gain, loss, so war and peace will also alternate, because people haven't fundamentally changed. Until there is a fundamental change in a person, तो वो ही चलेगा फिर.
So there is a sharing from Ramakrishnan, and he says, he quotes from Will Durant about Bhagavad Gita, that it is a poem rich in complementary colors, in metaphysical and ethical contradictions that reflect the contrariness and complexity of life. We are a little shocked to find the man taking what might seem to be the higher moral stand, while the god argues for war and slaughter on the Shri ground that life is that life is unkillable and individuality is unreal. What the author had in mind to do, apparently, was to shake the Hindu soul out of the enervating quietism of Buddhist piety into a willingness to fight for India. It was the rebellion of a Kshatriya who felt that religion was weakening in his country and who proudly reckoned many things were more precious than peace. All in all, it was a good lesson which, if India had learnt in time, it might have kept her free. This is from a sharing from Ramakrishnan ji.
Well, everyone is entitled to his own opinion and to his own view of the Gita and to his or her own takeaway from the Gita.
Rahulji has a remark that Islam just justifies violence, saying that Gita has more violence. Gita endorses violence.
गीता कहती है कि अपना धर्म निभाओ, ये क्षत्रिय धर्म के राजकुमार को कहा गया, तो उनका धर्म था ही टू फाइट अ राइटियस वॉर, तो उसमें किलिंग वाज पार्ट ऑफ इट. तो ये कहना कि वो कह रहे हैं कि मारो उनका, वो that is what a kshatriya does. What he looks forward to is fighting a righteous war. So you have to take it in that context. ये मारना. Thank you everybody.